What's this? Big, delicious green leaf. Huh? Anybody know? Oh, I don't hear you. Horseradish. That's
Like
why.
Blue's Clues.
I know. I thought I'd Blue's Clues. No. Okay, so horseradish, a favorite of mine. A weed, really, guys. Once it's in a pot like this, you can't get rid of the stuff. I mean, it is crazy. This is actually was 4 plants. This whole pot is going to be just loaded. You can't even see anymore where the 4 plants were. But so what I do is when I dig it up, I mean, it's just filled in. You can see. Can't even see the center of anything anymore. I usually do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, out in the field, I just do 1, 1, 1, 1 up a row. But out here, I don't care. I'm going to dump the whole pot out, get rid of all of it, and take a couple chunks to replant. Horseradish, guys. We are in 100 degree, 90 degree, 80 degree heat. Whatever the week is or the day. We go to 108. We go down to 85. It does great, guys. Now, horseradish comes as a crown, which is called a root. That's all it is. It's just, and ants love it, just so you know. That's why I keep going, because the ants love being in it. Everything loves being in it. It is a funky herb that they don't eat. Now, aphids will eat it. Let me tell you what. So, cabbage worms, if you notice you planted some of this and you're going, oh, mine doesn't look like that, I'll tell you why. You got yourself a little worm. They think it's delicious. It's not too hot for them. It grows great during summer. You don't harvest till winter. It'll die in winter. That's when we harvest. Another sign when you're getting ready to harvest is if you look. So we have these leaves like this. You'll notice there's different leaves. And then you notice this leaf here.
Yeah.
So when it gets to this leaf, it starts saying, I'm getting close to harvest. I no longer am this anymore. It means I'm getting older and winter is coming and I'm going to die and you're going to eat me. That's exactly what it means. It is a great sign when you see that. You want to grow this, guys. It doesn't matter if you want it on your steak. If you're a vegan, you want it for being sick.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need it for your steak. Well, you can put it on your mushroom. That's kind of like a steak. God, I love a good mushroom. This stuff is such a healing food. The leaf is used in canning and preparations. Of course, the root is used in medicinal and foods. Personally, I just ate a huge hunk of horseradish recently. I went out to breakfast, had to have a steak and eggs for breakfast with a pile load of horseradish on it. Love the stuff. It burns great. You want this. And guess what? I'm in zone 9A. Come on. It grows like a weed. It loves the cold. I'm in 9A and it's doing just fine. Now again, when you get a crown and you plant that crown and you start growing that, you want to do that towards spring. Get it at the beginning of the year. You got all summer, it's going to grow. Now, you can harvest that winter. That is ideal. But you also could say, I didn't have time. I don't want to pull the root. Now, people will go, oh, it's woody, this, that, and there's another one over there. You can see right over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to get woody because what you're going to do is when you pull the root, you're going to use potato peelers like a carrot to get the external kind of wear and tear and age off of it. So, these can go 2 years. I've test drove them. I know. Leave it in this winter. You choose, I didn't harvest, shoot, I'm back in spring. It's already regrowing, it's green. It's a big bush again. Leave it alone. Don't harvest it in the summer, guys. Do not harvest it when it's hot because it will not be hot. It doesn't work like that, folks. It will be like you'll go, it tastes delicious and there's no heat. The other thing when you harvest, so there's a trick with horseradish. If you've ever failed at it, I'm going to tell you why you failed. So when you took the horseradish, every horseradish recipe uses a vinegar. That's just the way it is. I don't use anything else. There's no reason for seasoning. It's called horseradish. We take the root, we peel off the external dirt-looking stuff after you've cleaned it. Throw that baby in the Vitamix or whatever food processor you've got. Do not, I pray to God, add vinegar at the beginning. You will ruin it. You have zero heat. It immediately takes the heat away. The vinegar that gets added when you find your recipe of making horseradish, you add that later, at least 10 minutes later, if not longer. If you add that in when you're processing and the root is just being ground up, it'll taste like candy. Won't have any heat at all. You'll go, what'd I do wrong? And it's all ruined. So take my advice. When you harvest in winter, keep the roots cool, clean them off, peel them, nothing. Just grind those roots with a little bit of water. You can add some vinegar because vinegar is a part of the process. Later, if you add it early, you're going to regret it. You have no purpose for it anymore. It no longer is going to do all those good benefits that we talked about. It's just a treat to eat on all foods. So again, if you haven't grown horseradish, get yourself some crowns, guys. This is one of my faves, and the reason is I can't kill the stuff. I mean, I could walk you just way over there. I planted some in the dirt, and I cannot get rid of it. I mean, I pull those up all the time. I had a helper that helped me dig it all out. I had put some in some pots over here. Holy smokes. I put it in like one of these. It dug all the way down under all of this landscape fabric. We had to remove every crumblet of that root, or let me tell you, it's back. So if you don't think that's fun, come on, then you're crazy. I think it's great when we literally do nothing and it just keeps coming back. So get some horseradish in the garden, guys. You don't have to be in zone 9A. I'm just saying I'm in a hot zone and it does well. You in the cool zones, come on, you're spoiled. Get all the good stuff. They say us out in the heat gets it all. We don't. It burns up, it gets hot, it's hard. So get yourself some horseradish crowns, guys. This is called white horseradish, I believe. There's probably 3 or 4 different kinds. They're all pretty similar. And put it in a pot. Put it in the ground. You know, give it a try. When you dig it up, make sure you don't remove all of it into the kitchen. Put some of it back in the ground so you got more next year. And chances are you'll never get rid of it like me.